What's cracking with you people? This is Devious Wolf and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dead Space. And the last one, I forget what we did. Actually, no, wait, I remember now. We threw an asteroid into space. This time around, we are going to try to repair the satellite array. Let's get going.
Things are looking up. A military ship just shocked in. The USM Valor. I don't know what it was doing out there. It must have gotten our distress signal. We can't talk to it until the comms array is fixed. I'm gonna hack the door to communications for you. Get in there and find the comms control station.
Well, that's awfully convenient that a cruiser just happens to be flying by. God's as big as it is, but if this is a planet cracker, the government sanctioned, and I guess a government sanctioned security system or police, whatever the heck it is, I think it's military, will be flying around here as well. Probably, I would assume space piracy, that kind of stuff. Anyway, as you can tell by the open boxes, we are back to where we first encountered the very aggressive Jehovah's Witness. Now, let's check our stuff real quick to make sure everything's where it needs to be. And everything is indeed not where it needs to be. Let's see here. I think our level 4 suit, which is what we're about to get next, is 35,000, right? 35,000, okay. What we're going to do, we're going to sell some flame energy. Look at that. Our plasma cutter has been upgraded so much it's worth 50,000 credits. That could easily cover the cost, but since we only have one gun and we're not trying to buy it back, even though it would be free, but we wouldn't get the power nodes back from it, we're not going to sell it. Instead, we're going to get one of these, and we should get about 15,000 easy this next round. And we'll get a medium medikit. We should be fine with that. Right now we're trying to get the level 4 suit so we can expand our inventory space. I believe this should give us, well, since we can't highlight it, 4 more. It should give us 4 more spaces, which would be a big help. And then after that, we should be set. Let me see. Now we can head to the captain's quarters, I believe. Oh wow, look at that. Well, we're not heading back there anytime soon, so if you had anything down there you want to get, you're out of luck. There we go. What's this? 900? Well, 900 we didn't have. Now, something I should mention that on the save screens, and I haven't brought them up because I don't like showing those off too much during the main playthrough. I don't know. I just feel like it's unprofessional to. Oh, hello. Probably one of those things behind me is in there. Yep. So I guess I'm running my mouth, isn't it? Okay, so. See, now you're dead. See, now you have no means of offense right now. So, okay. Put that. Gotta be careful around here. Is that the last of them? Oh no. Black one. So we're about to get attacked. We're about to get a side swapped here. I'm willing to bet. Okay, how do you still see me when you have literally no head? Like, oh, I got 2 shots left. Okay, probably should have bought more ammo. Well, guys, we're probably gonna die here. They're gonna die here. Unless I can finagle something, we're going to die. No, it's going off death. Yep, we're about to die here. Yep. And... gruesome. Okay. Cut! Okay, we're back. Trying a new strategy here. Which is about to get me killed. Because what I did was, as you can see... I shot off the explosive pustules of those little crawler things. Saves me ammo, and I got a pretty good roll around for ammo on the plasma cutter. And yeah, forgot about that. Now what was I talking about earlier? Oh yeah, the save screen, and I don't like showing it off. Well, on the save screen there is a it tells you what chapter you're on, obviously. Tells you how many hours you played, obviously. I don't think it keeps a record of how many I don't think it keeps a record of how many what difficulty you're on. Go figure. But below where it gives you the time, it also tells you something called round 1. Now you may be asking yourself, what does that even mean? Well, I'll tell you. It's pretty much how many times you've played through the game with this particular save data. So you can just keep playing over and over and you get some extra save data. It's nothing too explicit, but I think it's pretty neat, you know. I like games that do that. One of the games that I like floor 1's cut off. I forget why.
Isaac, the door to communications is open, but I've been getting some weird feedback spikes on the local comms. I think someone's listening in on us, so be careful.
Someone's listening in on us. Honestly, it's probably Mercer. I don't know who else it could be, unless it's Kyne. But then again, I think Kyne's dead at this point in the game. Well, the lights are off. I'm gonna go ahead and get some extra stuff around here. But yeah, one of the games that does that I do quite enjoy is by the name of Tales of Vesperia. I don't think it necessarily tells you straight up how many times you played the game, but I do know it tells you if you're playing a new game plus or not. And one day I might play that. One day, I'm not sure it will be anytime soon, but I would like to play it for the channel. It'd be one of the longer ones I do, and I need a lot more experience doing this Let's Play gig than what I have now, but I like to do it. Oh look, they give you double the fun. Okay, if you can't shoot it, it can't shoot you, so there's no way. Really wish I had the force gun right now. Like, legitimately, the force gun is probably one of the best weapons to use to deal with this thing. If only for the sole reason that it has, like, this really powerful, like, grenade launcher mechanic as an alternate fire. And it goes a long way towards, killing it, because it acts like the, what's the word I'm looking for here? It acts like the explosive canisters that can one-shot these things. Now let's see, how many health packs we have left? Okay, we're going to use one of these, and hopefully we're going to find a shop here pretty soon so I can sell some of this stuff. But right now we're just going to keep on moving and grooving. Buddy, what are you... What the... Oh, Lord. It's... this thing. I hate this thing so much. You wanna know why I hate the thing so much? Because it falls down into those little maggot things we've been dealing with sporadically through the game. I hate these things, I really do. See, when they're big and tall, they're not that big a problem. But when they're like stretched out and scattered like this, they start to get on your nerves real fast. Now, I don't know how often you actually encounter that thing, to be honest. I really don't. I know off the top of my head you deal with at least 2 of them fully stacked. Yeah, stop this guy's head off. Okay. I know off the top of my head you deal at least 2 of them fully stacked. I just don't remember how many more are beyond that, or if it's just 2. Okay, well, we have a workbench here, but since we only have 1 power node, it would be worth our time to not use it. We're getting a lot of excess miscellaneous stuff, so this time around we might have some difficulty with survivability, since I don't think we have much ammo left. Yeah, we only got 2 extra clips. Hopefully we'll find some more plasma energy. That's usually in abundance. But here we got an audio log. Let's take a listen.
Communications log. First comms operator Bailey reporting. The ship is under attack, but requests to issue a distress call have been repeatedly denied by Captain Matthias. He won't say it, but everyone on the bridge knows why. This is an illegal operation in a prohibited system. We've all known for months, and we kept our mouths shut. Not anymore. Mayday! 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 This is USG Ishimura. This is... What the hell? I don't believe this. The whole comm system is offline. Now he's gone too far. Bailey out.
Interesting. So apparently the Ishimura has been operating in a prohibited system.
Communications array offline. A service technician has been notified.
That comms array is in bad shape. We need at least 6 working dishes for a strong enough signal. Make sure they're aligned symmetrically so there are no power gaps.
Symmetrically. Okay, so that means they gotta be in a... I think they gotta be in a circle then. But yeah, the Ishimura has been mining in a system that they have not even been authorized to mine in. I mean, we stumbled across an illegal operation, even though it's the medium air can, even though it's supposedly the largest. So it's a pretty famous mining ship or planet cracker, and has been operating in it's been operating illegally. This could be seen as karma or something. But as you can see up there, we have that little display on there. Everywhere there's a red dot is a broken receiver array. You see there? Red dot, it corresponds. Everywhere there's a green one, you can see is one that works. What you want to do is you want to get the ones that work and arrange them in a circle. I don't think it matters which one you align, but what I recommend you do is that, since you can see that there are 3 right there already aligned in a circle, just get the 3 that are busted and replace them. Now, I don't think this is going to be a walk in the park. After all, this is Dead Space. We have mission objectives, and they are rarely ever simple. But I think we should be fine. But yeah, the Ishimura has been operating illegally. I'm sure you guys can recall several games or movies. Ooh, more semiconductors. We'll probably have enough to get the suit by the end of this episode. But I'm sure you guys can recall any kind of movie, book, or heck, for lack of a better term, well, I say for lack of a better term, television, pretty much any form of media or storytelling where you've seen this plotline before. They operate illegally, and you have to deal with it. And they have to deal with the consequences or the ethical repercussions of their actions. Some kind of hubris comes back to bite them. But we will get to that when we get to it. Speaking of hubris, how many of you guys here have taken any kind of mythological class? You know, Greek mythology, I would say. That's the one, if you're in the West, that's the one that usually gets taught. Okay, black ones. Okay, before we get on to that little tangent, okay, not me to waste that. Okay. But if you're from the West, you probably more than likely learned about Greek mythology and all that kind of stuff. Now, will you guys stop jumping on me? I was saying you guys can probably hear them coming, but since I'm playing with the television down, I have to avoid audio feedback. A little bit behind the scenes here. In case some of you guys are thinking about starting up your own little online stuff. It's not a technical term for it. In case you are deciding to start your own little online YouTube careers, these are in Let's Plays. It helps to keep the audio down so that way you don't get any audio feedback. In other words, you don't want to have it to where if you're recording through a speaker, if you're recording through a headset mic or a boom stand mic, you don't want to have your television too loud if you're playing a game and cause a potential feedback loop to where you're listening to listening to the same audio twice. Just generally tends to help. Another thing you want to try to do is try to avoid having extra background noise. If you've been hearing the last couple of episodes, it's been more prevalent on this playthrough than my other ones, but you hear some clacking and all that kind of stuff. That's my controller. I don't know why it does that. Well, I do know why it does that. It's to clack on the controller. But you can hear it pick up on the mic sometimes. I don't have a boom stand mic or a pop filter, so I can't really fix that. All I can really do is try to play further away. Well, because my OCD won't let me let this go. Why is it not going in? Okay, that's weird. That's really weird. You don't have to do this. I just do it because I like things looking nice and neat. Even though it's a horror themed game, I don't think Isaac really cares about things looking prim and proper. Okay, so that's 4 in a row. Now I just got to get 2 more. But yeah, that's pretty much what you want to do. You just want to try to avoid just want to move things out the way. Like I said, you can just throw the broken ones out and be done with it. You know, I'm just doing this because I don't know. I think I just have a hard time with things not looking neat and orderly. But yeah, you just want to try to avoid having background noise. Just a bit of a tip for you guys there. Now here's now what was I going on about? Oh yeah, hubris and okay, I don't know why that's doing that. But yeah, hubris and whatnot, and as it relates to mining and doing things that are morally questionable or ethical. Well, if you guys taking a mythology class, you probably know all about hubris, since Greek mythology pretty much preaches it and shoves it down your throat. I'm a pretty big fan of mythology in general. I like mythological stories in a lot of respects, but though the only ones I've had any real experience with, I would say, are a few African ones. Pretty much the entire Greek mythology, since that's the one that gets permanently taught over here in the West, specifically in the United States, since United States really doesn't have much in terms of its own myths, but we teach it all the time over here.
Communications are realigned. Messages can now be received.
That's it. It's working. Get back to communications and use the control panel to send our coordinates to the Valor.
Okay. But yeah, and besides the Greek ones, I know a few Japanese myths. I don't know any Chinese myths, and I know a few African myths. I'm very interested in African myths since, well, being a black man, I guess it just kind of works. So one of my favorite African stories is the story of Anansi, just because that's the few ones I have experience with, and he was a pretty cool character back in Static Shock, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, the Greeks and Hubers are a really funny story. And once we hit this button here, not this one, but the next one, and let this play out, I'll tell you why I think so in a minute.
This is USM Valor, widecasting on all frequencies to USG Ishimura in response to your SOS. We've picked up your escape pod, number 47, and are en route to your position. This message will repeat every 30 seconds until you respond.
What? Isn't that the escape pod Hammond jettisoned? One of those things was on board. No. No, this isn't going to happen. USM Valor. Come in, Valor. Our signal isn't strong enough. I'm going to open the blast doors to boost the signal.
Error. Blast door blockage detected. Please contact a repair technician.
Shit! Isaac, there's something big on the hull of the ship, directly above the comms array. Something organic. I don't know what it is, and I don't care. We have to get the doors open to transmit to the Valor. You should have a clear shot from ADS Cannon 48. Get to the cannon and blow it out into space.
Well, things just go from bad to worse. The Valor's opened up the pod. Don't know why that'd be a big deal since the thing's not an infection type, but anyway. As far as Greek mythology goes, while I don't mind it, I think it's very interesting, it's kind of hypocritical in a lot of cases. Because if you really look at the Greek mythology, we kind of associate it as like, well, the gods are Greek gods, so they're above hubris. The idea that you do wrong or you don't do what you need to do, and things will come back to bite you. Just want you to know that thing, so you don't have to worry about it. It'll just come out to get you, the gods will get you, that kind of stuff. You know, karma and all that stuff. Bad things happen to bad people. However, the gods seem to be exempt from that clause. Oh, hello. I didn't know you knew how to work the elevator. Clever girl. Okay, take care of that. But when you really look at how the Greeks portray the gods in the Greek myths, they're honestly humans. You can kind of take it as an allegory that gods are aristocrats. They're rich, they're powerful, they can do whatever they want. And it kind of sends the message that if you don't have wealth or anything, you are subject to horrendous. You are subject to punishment. Essentially, is what I'm getting at here. And that's and maybe I'm reading a bit too much into it. I'm gonna put one here, put one here, so we get a little bit more energy, a few more uses out of our kinesis, and I think the next two we'll get will probably... Actually, no, wait. We're going to need to upgrade our air and our health next. So, get the last air upgrade. I think we should be good there until the next health upgrade. But, so it's kind of weird that the... and maybe it's just me reading a bit too into it, but it always seems to me that the Greek gods have been portrayed more like... Oh, so we want to go to there. I'd rather go back to the store because we have that. Is there a... Look, let's check the map real quick. Is there a store here? Okay, as you can see there, you can kind of see the legend. Okay, zoom out, zoom in. You can tumble it. Okay, so I can only really see one. We'll make a quick run back to the we'll make a quick run back to the store real quick. I think we should be fine to do that. I don't usually do this during episodes, but I think it would be worth our time to do that, unless there's a store coming up and I don't remember, which is entirely possible. I will not deny that. But yeah, the Greek gods were always portrayed to me as just a bunch of rich guys. You know, a bunch of wealth and position of power, that kind of thing. They were godly in the sense that they had some powers. And then you had the demigods, who were just usually ordinarily unusually stronger very, very blessed, as it were. Miracles and all that. I don't know. It just seemed to me like they were kind of hypocritical because they said hubris comes to all except if you're the gods, but the gods weren't all that. Hello. See, we gotta check. Okay, so that should make it good. I don't know what we picked up from that thing, but yeah, we should be good there. But but because of how they were portrayed, it kind of seemed like if you're rich and powerful, you can do it whatever you want to get away with it. No one's gonna stop you. And maybe again, that could just be me reading a bit too much into it, but that's how I've always seen it. Okay, so now that we have enough for the level 4 suit, let's get the level 4 suit. Check our inventory again. We're probably going to have enough to get some plasma energy, which should be fine. And then we're going to head back up to the elevator and call an episode there. I have no idea how the heck I got on this Greek tangent, but that's just how I've always seen it. And again, I say that for about Greece and about the Greek mythology specifically, because that's the mythology I have the most. So yeah, we have enough for a one medium med kit, and the rest on plasma energy. Now, as you can tell, the next suit upgrade is going to be about 40 to 50,000 credits. By that time, we should be good. We should be pretty much all settled up. I mean, look at our inventory space now. We got 4 full rows. We should be fine. So we just gotta keep on moving, and we should be fine. I think I said that sentence twice, making it utterly redundant. But yeah, and again, if I ever get around to studying more of the other myths that I'm interested in, and hearing some more interpretations and takes on stories and moralities and whatnot, you know, what myths are usually for, then I'll probably be able to draw more conclusions about every other myth around. But it just seemed like for Greece, the mythology we build up to be the end-all be-all of myths just seems to be very hypocritical in a lot of its messages and a lot of its stories. A lot of them are great, make no mistake. They are very interesting stories to listen to, but honestly, they could do with a little bit better in terms of conveying their message. But at any rate, now that we've gone off on that little tangent, we have repaired the satellite array, and we've received a message from the USM Valor saying that they've opened that they found the escape pod that was jettisoned from earlier in the game when Hammond trapped a necromorph in there. Now we have to boost the signal by killing. Well, I say killing. It says organic, so I'm assuming we have to kill it. But we have to remove a blockage on the airlocks to boost the signal, which we'll do next time. I've been Davies Wolf, and I'll catch you later.